If your appetite is finally back after the Super Bowl, our next guest has a show for you. He leads hungry celebrities into their family histories and recipes on No Taste Like Home. It premieres February 23rd on National Geographic. Please say hello to Antoni Porowski. For those who don't know, you are like the food guy on Queer Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go into people's houses.
Yeah.
You immediately start rummaging through their stuff. You go in their freezer, their refrigerator.
Yeah.
You start looking at, you judge them.
How else are you gonna? Well, judging. It's research. It's like going through someone's diary. It's learning about like what their parents taught them, or more importantly, didn't teach them when they were growing up. You know?
And you come from a house where the refrigerator was nice, perfect, neat, and...
We had a really good fridge.
You had a good fridge, yeah.
A lot of condiments. But it's like you can tell a lot about somebody. It's like, what kind of hot sauce do they use? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they like a QP mayo? Are they a Hellman's? Like, what's their vibe?
Interesting.
You know? Yeah.
What is a good what hot sauce will make you think more of them?
I love Crystal.
Okay.
The hot sauce.
Yeah. I thought you meant Billy.
Green Tabasco is fantastic.
Green Tabasco.
Yup.
Interesting.
And I know that it's a little like polarizing. Some people like it, some don't. But I really am obsessed with truff.
Oh,
the truffle
it's
hot
got
sauce.
the truffle in the hot sauce. Yeah.
Which truffle sauce can be like very hit or miss.
Okay.
But that's a really good one.
What about like bologna? Would you be, if you found bologna in the refrigerator, you'd be disappointed?
I wouldn't be disappointed, but I'd rather find mortadella with pistachios or some nice Castle Vetrano olives in it. I'm just saying.
You got good taste, is what
But I
you're
don't
saying.
judge. It's like you.
What's the most upsetting thing you've found in somebody's refrigerator or freezer?
It was definitely on Queer Eye. Oh, it was Jody Castellucci. Wow, I remembered her full name. It was in Kansas City, and she hunted for her own animals. So I was expecting to find something, but I didn't think that I would find an entire still furry, like vacuum sealed squirrel. But the kicker was that the heart was detached from the body and it was still attached by a valve, and you could just like see the whole thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jody, what is going on?
I was used to I knew about the idea of eating squirrels because I lived in West Virginia, and I heard that there were people there who did that,
yeah.
who had fried squirrel growing up. But actually just seeing it in the literal flesh coming out of a freezer was pretty fascinating.
And was it delicious?
I didn't eat it.
Oh, you didn't eat it.
It still had the fur. You know, it's gotta be processed a little for me to enjoy it.
This show's a really good idea, I think.
Thank you.
It's kind of like a cooking show in some ways, but also then a travel show and an ancestry show, all mixed into one. And you take famous people. Tell me how it works exactly. You sit people down.
Yeah. So we basically we take somebody and ask them about a dish that shaped them growing up, something that they remember with fondness. It could be from like a special occasion or something that their mom made. Like for James Marsden, it was chicken fried steak that he ate in Oklahoma growing up.
Okay.
For Justin Theroux, who's just here,
Justin
I'm telling you like you didn't know that. For him, it was his grandma aunt's tortellini and brodo.
Oh.
And we kind of go back to their country of origin and we explore their family history through food. We explore like what was going on culturally, politically, socially at the time, and then we kind of like break apart the ingredients. And then we uncover different ancestors and family members. So it's like
Who
this
does
like
the
wonderful
research
journey.
for this?
I do everything on my own.
You do?
I'm fully, no.
No.
We have an incredible team at Studio Ramsey and National Geographic who spend 3 to 6 months before every single episode doing an extensive search to figure out how we can get like a good story to tell.
So if a celebrity doesn't show up, you want to kill them.
Correct. Yeah.
You and Justin went to what part of Italy?
So we were in Emilia-Romagna in the north.
Is that where his family's from?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he thought they were from a place called Piacenza, and it turns out that his ancestor was actually closer to Bologna and Cento.
And did that surprise him?
It was fascinating because when we got there, we arrived in Piacenza and we went to see this chef, and we were like, hey, we're here for tortellini and brodo. And the guy gave us hell, and he was like, first of all, like, you can tell more about pasta, the way it's made, the composition of the flour, of double O to semolina to what's inside. You can tell more about that than you can about somebody's genetic background on like Ancestry.com or a genealogy search. And so we went down this like whole venture driving around in a little Maserati. Justin had to drive because he's a bit of a control freak.
Okay.
And he didn't know anything that was going on, so I wanted to throw him a bone.
Oh, it's a surprise. Everything's a surprise.
Every single thing is a surprise, genuinely.
I see.
And for actors who show up on set and they know their lines, hopefully they prepare, it was really interesting to see sort of like them shed the layers of like that control, you know, where they were on this journey. So like hats off to them.
Who else did you take on trips?
So we took Aquafina to, started in New York and then South Korea, Issa Rae in Senegal, Henry Golding in the jungles of Borneo.
Really?
Which is wild. We discovered that he had literal headhunters in his family, which is wild.
Wow.
Yeah, and not the kinds that get you jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that prevent you from ever getting one again. But sort of like the beautiful, like rich, the spiritual tie to that. James Marsden was in San Antonio, Texas, and then Bavaria, Germany. And then, oh yeah, that one. Florence Pugh in Northern England, who like, she stole my heart.
She did?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you eat it?
I ate it. I vacuum sealed it, I sous vide'd it, and then nice and thin with a little bit of truff sauce, and we were good to go.
What was Justin wearing on this trip, may I ask?
The skinniest of skinny jeans. It didn't matter how hot it was, with a T-shirt. He's a character. Yeah. He's got a uniform, you know what I mean? And he looks damn good in it, so why not?
Yeah, it's surprising to see him wearing. Did you see him in the golf?
Oh, I saw him in the golf cart.
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it?
There were no gummies on this journey, unfortunately. But there was a lot of. We ate like we were having gummies.
Do you ever eat? You feel like okay, I got to shoot all this stuff. I'm eating now. I've just eaten too much.
Yes, but it's like one of those things where like it's so freaking good because you're in Italy that you just kind of like have to keep going.
What'd you have?
Know? So we had so with Justin we were on the Adriatic, and we were eating these like wonderful vongole, so clams, which are actually not indigenous or ironically from the Philippines, but that's for another day. And we ate probably like, I don't know how many pounds because they were so freaking delicious with just a bit of chili flake, a little bit of oil and salt. It was like incredible. And then the scene right after, we had to have a polenta lasagna, which was delicious. But like when I watch the scene, I just like look at both of us and you can tell that we're both struggle city because like we had just like consumed our weight in clams.
This is where you need me on this trip because I'm like a bottomless dumpster.
Come with us.
I could eat 500 clams.
They're so good.
That could be a special. Jimmy eats 500 clams.
I'll compete because I'm pathologically competitive. So we'll see who gets it.
You will die is what will happen.
Let's go.
I
both end up with gout.
I ate 75 chicken McNuggets once in a contest. And a large order of fries.
What did you dip them into?
Nothing. Just ate them. Hot mustard sauce I had.
Okay, I was going to say. Dry chicken nuggets and fries, that's a lot. You need to like lube it up with the words I'm using tonight. I don't know. Sorry.
Some Kewpie mayonnaise. Yeah.
Mayonnaise, yeah. Just down the gullet, down the hatch.
Well, I got to see this show. It's called No Taste Like Home with Antoni Porowski. It premieres February 23rd on National Geographic. And then you can see the next day on Disney Plus and Hulu. It's literally available on every platform imaginable.
Pretty much.
Thank you, Antoni. We'll be right back with Sia. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. We have 20 million subscribers on YouTube.
Unbelievable.
I only wish we got paid for this. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Help us get to 50 million, please. It's an emergency.